Hey everyone, I'm Alicia from A Music Blog, yeah, and I'd like to welcome you to our interview with Elle King. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi. So how are you enjoying your time in Toronto so far? I know you've been here for a couple of days.
Yeah, it's been a lot. I've done a lot so far. It's been great. I love Toronto. It's a great city.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
So you of course released your debut record, Love Stuff,
Mm-hmm.
back in February, and it mixes all of these amazing nuances of rock, blues, and you've been labeled a lot as alternative as of late. So just how did all of these nuances come together? What were you listening to when you were growing up?
I listened to a lot of country, a lot of soul, and a lot of rock and roll. And I couldn't make up my mind what I wanted to play, so I just made a record with all of it.
Well, I know that the lead single for the record, X's and O's, you actually talk about a lot of your past relationships and boyfriends. So I know that some of these boyfriends have actually heard the song.
Yes.
So what have the reactions been like? Do you have any like angry texts coming in?
No, I know that one, his mother wrote a little thing on Facebook, just she didn't like it. And then two of them, we laughed about it. I actually was a little bit late for this because I was just texting him angrily. So the song is true. Yeah, no, they're all pretty mad at me about it.
Well, last month you premiered a video for the single. It's based around this fantastic barbecue, and I don't think there was much to complain about when you were filming it.
No, just me and a bunch of half-naked, greasy men. Great.
So how did the idea for that whole thing kind of come about?
Well, I read a bunch of treatments, and I want, if I had to make a music video, I want it to be something really special. And by special, I mean have a lot of naked men. So I read a bunch of treatments, and I read one by someone named Michael Maxis, and it was just so wild and outrageous, and I thought that I could possibly get in trouble for making a video like that. And so I didn't even call the label. I just emailed him directly and was like, hey, you seem like a crazy person. I'm a crazy person. I love your treatment. Let's do this video, but can you let me be like, a big part of it? And he was like, amazing, that sounds great. So he let me be part of the casting. He let me be part of, the shots and the settings. And, certain things got cut out because they were a little bit too wild. And, my my favorite scene is the bathtub shot, and it got cut. And I was like, dude, like, no, we have to do the bathtub scene. And he was like, all right, I'll make it happen. And it ended up being like the coolest part of the video. So I'm really happy with it. It was it was hard work. We shot basically 3 days worth of shooting in one day, and those naked boys, oh my gosh, those poor guys doing headstands and everything, and it was really hot and in more than one way, but it was really fun. I really enjoyed it, and I think that the video looks awesome. I'm super proud of it.
It definitely does, and I'm glad to hear it was a good
Thank you.
experience.
Yeah.
Well, you're now actually bringing Love Stuff across North America, playing Toronto tonight. So just how's this whole tour been treating you? Because I remember reading some stories where you had to actually bring a fake ID when you were 16 everywhere. So what's it like to actually not have to do any of that anymore?
Well, now I'm like old. I think I look old. I don't even get carded anymore. But I've only played one show so far, even though I was joking earlier that I feel like we've been on tour for like 8 years. We've squeezed a lot out of this trip to Canada, but tonight's the second show, and I'm super, super excited.
Nice. Well, you were also just in Hong Kong.
Yeah, I was.
Was that your first time?
No, it was my third time, but it was definitely the most fun. I partied pretty hard. I think I'm still hungover from that.
What were some of the highlights? Because I was following a lot of your social media, and you posted some pretty great photos. I especially loved that Wonder Woman costume.
Oh, that's the highlight. My shopping. I had to buy 2 suitcases for everything that I got there. I love to shop, and Hong Kong has the best shopping probably in the world. So it was a really fun time.
Well, in the past, you've opened for a ton of great artists, stretching from Dashboard Confessional to Ed Sheeran. So if you could tour with any artist that you've yet to hit the road with, who would you like to join?
Wow. There's a lot of people that I would love to tour with. I'm just going to say my idol. I want to play shows with Dolly Parton. That's my dream. And I say it in pretty much every single interview because one day it's going to get back to her. So, Dolly, it's going to happen. I love you. But I don't know. I'm open to anything. That I've toured with so many different types of music, but that's what's so cool, and that's why now, that I'm starting to get a fan base. It's such a varied group of people because I've been lucky enough to get to open for pop, rock, country, all kinds of different music, and that's what's so fun about music. There's so many different types, and you can't really get sick of it.
Well, speaking of different types of music, you recently covered Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Hell yeah.
So do you plan on bringing any of these covers along on tour?
We should play American Girl. That's a good idea. We know it. Me and the band, we like to throw in a few different covers here and there. We like to switch it up,
Yeah.
Full of surprises.
And then outside of music, you were known to dabble in some acting along with a lot of musicals when you were younger.
Yeah.
So just to wrap things up here, if you could actually have your music featured in any film or television show, what would you just love to see it in?
True Blood.
True Blood? That was very quick.
Yeah, but what's so crazy is that there's an HBO commercial that used X's for HBO Now. Let's just say it was an HBO commercial. And Sookie is just walking up while I'm singing, and it was like the coolest thing for me. So it's really interesting to see where my music, is being placed, and it's something that's just like totally exciting, and I can't wait to see what else is gonna come from all this.
Amazing. Well, we really do wish you the best with the rest of this
you.
record, the tour.
Thank
we
you.
know that we love it at the Ambi home base, so we just want to say thank you so much for your time today.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Our pleasure. And remember, everybody at home, for all exclusive interviews and features with your favorite artists, you can visit us at www.amusicblogya.com. We'll see you next time.